Welcome back to The Jump. The Clippers do, in fact, play on ESPN tomorrow. But let's take a look at that game they played against the Thunder last night. This was very memorable late in the fourth. Thunder down 1. Danilo Gallinari gets a foul call that would have sent him to the line, probably would have tied or won the game. Doc Rivers and Ty Lue's faces in this are just... I mean, this is art right here, right? Look at these faces. Look at these faces. This is just the faces. So, of course, they do the challenge, which they had saved.
Chi-Town coming out of that block.
After some deliberation, they decided, in fact, there was no foul on the play. Doc is feeling a little bit better, right? And this is what he said after the game.
I'm changing my opinion. I think the challenge is good for the league after all.
I mean, amazing there. You know that Doc came out last week and said, I hate the coach's challenge. He used that word. He's like, I hate it. I can't do a Doc Rivers voice. I hate it. Now he's changing his opinion. Are you doing the same?
By the way, to do a Doc Rivers voice, you got to do a scream for 45 minutes.
And then your voice will become a Doc Rivers.
That. Yeah, no, is it good for the league? I don't know. I do know I got the guys to pull up the numbers, and 38% of the calls are being overturned. 41% are being confirmed as clearly we're right. And then to 21%, which was, there isn't conclusive evidence, so we're just going to err on the side of the refs. But 38% is really high in a number as itself. And then when you look at the entire season, last week it was at 36. Before that, it was lower, and at the beginning of the year, obviously, it was pretty low. So I'm shocked that there are this many calls that the refs are getting wrong.
Well, you can't spin those numbers out. It's not like they're getting 38% of calls
No,
wrong.
not 30%.
These are particularly controversial plays. And in particularly controversial plays, 38% of them.
38% of them were clearly wrong. Not, hey, it could have been this way, it could have been that way. 38% of them, these guys are looking at it and saying, oh, yeah, we missed that one. So I think the combination of that number being high makes the coaches, you hear Doc say, oh, yeah, I definitely want to use it now. He was getting it wrong the whole time, like, this is dumb, why are we wasting time?
I believe the words were, I hate it.
Right.
Mac, what do you think?
I mean, whatever, man. I don't like it.
You don't want to see those guys put those headphones on.
I've seen, like, this egregious call right here. Clearly, we see it with our own eyes. And they go to the monitor and see the same thing, and it still turned out into Milwaukee's favor of
that was a tough one.
That is, I don't like it. So they could do without it. It's going to be some inconsistencies, just like the refs are on their calls. So
my thing is this: in general, philosophically, I don't like it because I don't like watching people watch TV. Let's just play the game. Make the call.
It's one call. It's one time.
It's one extra one on top of the ones that they already review very slowly, I might add. Tim Frank about to hit me right now and tell me, we're doing it as fast as we can. I get it, Tim.
Busy today. Look, I like it when they get calls right. So something that gets calls right that only is one time a game or maybe two times if both teams use it, I think is good. I think that maybe they should change it so that coaches can only use it in the fourth quarter. Because one thing I have watched is that coaches getting pressure from their own players. And I saw it with a superstar the other night. I'm going to just take out names to protect the not so innocent, who clearly pressured his head coach in a call in the second quarter to be like, you better challenge that. You better challenge that. And then they use it up, and then maybe it wasn't the best cause. That was in the final minute, and the Clippers needed it because, Gallinari got to the foul line.
Yeah, I think it'll be really more respected, and I think I would take, really great pride into seeing it if it was like the last 5 minutes of a game, because that's really where games are really deciding and matters the most. Not in the first three quarters.
I can check down even from fourth. I could go even the last 5 minutes. I like that. See, we've solved it, people. We've solved it. Let's talk about Kawhi Leonard because he missed his third consecutive game last night. A bruised left knee. Kawhi has missed over 1/3 of Clippers games so far this season. Now, some of that was planned in back-to-backs. Some of that has been since he collided knees, I believe, in that game against the Rockets. He has yet to play a game alongside Paul George. I guess it's nice if you've got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard to win games no matter who's playing, but should the Clippers be concerned about Kawhi long term? I mean,
it's funny because publicly they say one thing, and then yesterday in Staples Center it was kind of like, we're glad Paul's back, right? Because now we know two things. One is that they weren't lying. The league wasn't covering for them when they said it's not load management. There's a serious injury here. and he needs the rest.
I think that the injury was exacerbated during the game also.
And
So it's
against
important
Houston.
to make that
Against
Yeah, and I was at that game,
Right.
and to me, Kawhi didn't look like himself. It looks like he was laboring that knee. I don't know if it was because of something that happened in game or
Right.
he's dealing with an issue that we don't know about.
Right. Or, I mean, look, we saw him pained at times during
Mm-hmm.
the playoffs. And because he managed it during the season, he was able to win an NBA Finals and NBA Finals MVP. We saw him limping a bit when he made his free agency visits, right? Remember
Yeah.
the limp coming off the plane? And there's an element of the injury he was eventually diagnosed with when he had that very tumultuous year with the Spurs that appears to be a chronic condition. I'm not a doctor, but
Hey, my
I
favorite
think it
segment.
is something that he's going to be
So
dealing with
do we know if
for
he
the rest
had
of his career.
surgery in the offseason, this past offseason?
I don't
No
know
surgery?
of any surgery he had or needs. I think that it's more of just something that requires to be managed. So
Again, it's nice to have Paul George just to roll out all fresh and go out there and shoot 7 of 14 or whatever he
Need
shot
to be
last
healthy.
must
Get
be
healthy,
nice.
please.
Yes, absolutely. I would love to see those guys together.
what-
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.